Hi everyone, what a beautiful weather. Look at the weather around me. Look at the irony today. When the weather is so amazing, we're all stuck at home. And for those of you who are wondering where I am, don't worry, I'm 100% self-isolated. That's my home. I'm very much in the front lawn of my house. So yeah, I don't know how many days have passed by, and this is how. So the reason why I'm making this video today is whether we like it or not, we've all been impacted by the ongoing crisis. But don't worry, I'm not going to talk about any precautions anymore. I'm not a doctor, I'm not getting into that spot. It's anyways too much is happening, right? But I did want to talk about the impact that is happening on today's businesses. It personally really pains me to see the kind of business that the difficulty that every business owner is facing at this point of time, and hence I wanted to do something. I wanted to see if there is anything that I can do to minimize the impact of the crisis. But before I jump into that, for those of you who don't know me or are tuning in for the first time, my name is Seldon Tenzing. I'm an entrepreneur in the field of travel, a life and a business coach, a speaker, and an author in making. Thank you so much for tuning in. So like I said, the topic for today is if you're facing crisis, if your business is facing crisis, what can you do to minimize that impact? I actually came up with 8 different points for this topic, but then I realized the video is going to go a little too long, and I know people don't have too much of attention span. So I decided to break this into 2 sections. One is going to be your internal steps that you can take, and the other is going to be external steps that you can take. Now, what do you mean by internal and external, right? So internal basically means is something that what you can do with what you can do for yourself, for your company, for your team members, for your products, etc., etc. And externally, by that I meant what is your role as a leader in the community, what can you do for your clients, etc., etc., right? So today the video that I want to make upon, the first video that I want to make upon, is about what are the internal steps that you can actually take for your business so that you're able to minimize the impact, right? So the number one thing that I think everybody should do is, number one is rework on your finances, right? For every business, it's extremely essential that the liquidity is ongoing, because you're not just taking care of you yourself, but you're also taking care of your employees and your family, etc., etc., right? So it's extremely essential that you have the liquid funds with you. So you'll have to do a boring exercise. So this is a kind of a boring exercise personally for me, because I don't really like to look at the accounting side, but I think this is an opportunity to look into your finances, to look into your accounting and see what is happening right or what is not happening right. So I think this is an opportunity where you should be able to identify, mark out those expenses. We all have those kind of expenses that are not really required at times, right? Or sometimes we're not even aware of it, right? So I think it's a right time to start noticing what are those things that are being that money is being spent on, which is either giving you no returns or very inadequate returns, right? In fact, not just for businesses. I think this tip is very much applicable for everyone in jobs as well, or as everyone who's trying to figure out their finances. I think we all have those kind of expenses that are really, really not required. So it's a great opportunity to really list down those things and take proactive action to throw them out of your system. Okay, just get them out of the picture, because this is not the time where you can afford to have extra expenditure for no reason at all, right? So that's my number one measure or strategy or a tip that you can do. Rework on your finances. The number second thing that I want to highlight that you can do is take care of your employees. Take care of your team members. No leader is successful without their team members. And I'm sure as business owners, you understand your team works really hard for you to generate business. So today, there's so much of uncertainty and fear and questions in their mind. So you as a leader has to come up and show the gratitude, show the concern, show the care to them, and let them know that they're safe, that you have their back, that you are able, that you're willing to do anything to keep them safe and secure with them. And why this is essential is because I'm sure everybody knows this. An employee does not, a person does not leave his work, his job because of his work, but they actually move out because of their bosses and the culture, right? So I think that is extremely crucial. Today, if you have their back, tomorrow they will have your back when you need them. So I think this is a very important point that people need to realize in the long run. So take care of your employees is my second tip for everybody. Number 3 is reinforce the core values of the company. Now, every company has their own core values, and I think this is a great opportunity to start reinforcing them among the team members, building that culture, that core culture as well, which I find a lot missing in Indian corporates, unfortunately. But I think it is super essential because the core culture actually defines the vision of the company as well. So it supports the vision of the company as well. And if you're able to bring in your team members into that core culture and the vision, that's only going to benefit you in the long run when you are trying to build your business or scale up your business. So I think core values of a company and a culture, the culture of safety, the culture of sharing, the culture of positivity is extremely important, and I think this has been overlooked by many companies. Many of them do it, many don't do it, especially the small businesses. You have to be careful about these things because you cannot scale without a right team culture, a right team members, right? So that's my point number 3. Reinforce your corporate cultures. Core values, reinforce your core values, and actually this is also an opportunity to figure out what your core values are if you already don't know about it. This is an opportunity, right? Because that can actually build a strong foundation. You can build a connection with your team members. That's going to go a long way. And the 4th point, the last but not the least, is take care of yourself. If you cannot take care of yourself, you probably will not be able to take care of anyone else. So please make sure that you're physically and mentally strong, and you're able to operate at your highest frequency or efficiency level. Take adequate rest, do meditation, exercise. I don't know, whatever works for you. I'm not trying to give you information on that. That's up to you. But the most important thing is you need to give yourself a break from all this stress, because this can be overwhelming and this can get onto us at times. But you need to remind yourself that better days will come. We will get through this. We will have a better picture in future, and when everything will either fall back into what it was or maybe get even better. So having that positive outlook is very, very important. So along with your mental health, you also need to look at your physical health. So a combination of this is very important. So please take care of yourself. If you're an overachiever like I am, I have to schedule breaks into my schedule. I have to really make a chart for myself and tell myself, hey, you know what, this is the time you take a break, and where you do not worry about anything or take stress or think about anything. You have to take care of yourself. I promise you, if you take care of yourself, you'll be able to take care of everyone else around you as well, right? So here are my 4 points again. Number 1, rework on your finances. Make sure that you have enough liquidity for at least for lasting 6 months. Secondly, take care of your employees. Make them feel secure. Let them know that you're there for them. Number 3, reinforce the core values of the company. Create a vision, what you would like to do once the whole crisis is over, the situation gets better. Number 4 is take care of yourself, take breaks, get a hobby, enjoy yourself, be stress-free. That's how you'll be more productive, right? Thank you so much for watching. My next video will come out soon. It will be about what are the 4 things that you can do externally that's related to your clients or your business or your marketing strategies that will help you minimize the impact of this current crisis situation. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Love you all.